seriously by Western Europe, Middle East, China,
because we
majority of Latin American countries. Maybe some African dictators would still take us seriously, but any world leader worth any regard would not take us seriously, even Putin too. But as you were saying, in the general election, he will abandon some of the remarks. What happened recently with one interview with him was that they talked about the KKK endorsing him, and he was asked about the spokesperson of the KKK, who he many years earlier called a bigot, but he denounced ever knowing this person, or even knowing what the reporter was talking about. And I take his true stance to be the one he made many years earlier. And the reporter expected him to denounce the KKK, and he wouldn't. But doing that would not be profitable for him, because he needs their votes. He doesn't want to say, "Don't vote for me," because they'll just vote for the next person. He needs them because they're a crucial part of the Republican base.
Interesting. Do you think Trump is a conservative?
I think he's a libertarian.
What do you mean?
He doesn't really care about care about reversing the clock on gay marriage, or restricting abortion, or but he does care about lowering taxes, and he cares about lowering regulations, making it to where it's easier to make money for big business and rich and multimillionaires and billionaires in general.
Yeah. So what do you think about his changing views from the past to now? Like you were saying, how he changed his mind about the KKK or whatever. What do you think that says about him?
It wasn't really a change of mind. It was he announced knowing or recognizing the name for political reasons, so he can gain the votes. That's it.
What about the other things? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Changing.
I know he's supported some people in the past, and now hasn't.
It's hard to tell with Megyn Kelly, who he was friendly with in the past, and now he's not friendly with. It's easy to tell that he doesn't have a good relationship with her anymore. And on certain issues, it will be harder to tell. But on the issue of whether he's a racist or not, I don't think he's flat out racist, because he called the KKK bigots, or the representative that he endorsed him a bigot previously. So he wouldn't truly be a racist.
Okay. Why are so many people voting for Trump?
His initial base is voting for him because, like I said, they view him as an alpha male. They view him as successful because of his business ventures. And they view him as smart because he went to an Ivy League, and they think he's been a successful businessman. And the independents who would vote for him are voting for him because they think he's a good thinker based on his media manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
And how he was able to play the American people and the American media.
Okay. How would his foreign policy stances affect us if he were to be elected?
The idea that we shouldn't let any Muslims in.
Goodbye.
Would collapse relations with the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the Middle East, but England, France, and then his views towards Latin Americans would collapse relations with Mexico and many Latin American countries. And his staunch words and rhetoric against China and Russia would collapse relations with China and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be Iran and India would move closer to Russia and away from the United States. Right now, Iran has been getting closer to the United States. They have made some big deals with Russia, but also they made multi-billion-dollar deals with France and Italy, and with the United States with the NATO deal.
Mm-hmm.
And with India is making a lot of weapons deals, and they're making they're investing a lot in infrastructure, and they're changing very fast. The Middle East is becoming more secular, but if Trump is elected, the Middle East would distance itself from the United States, and for at least 4 years, the effect would be the worst for at least the 4 years he is in office, but it would still linger on.
Right.
And the world superpower status of the United States would shrink dramatically.
Huh. All right. Do you think that Trump will be elected?
No.
No.
There is a case. I wasn't worried about that until it occurred to me that it could be Trump versus Clinton, and then Clinton could get indicted for one of her numerous scandals. But before then, it didn't worry me because the demographics were against Trump. He didn't even have a majority of Republicans behind him. And not the majority of women, not the majority of Americans, and the vast majority of women were